Try to imagine you have a friend you know that is his anniversary today, and you happen to find out, either indirectly or directly ask him, how was your anniversary day? Your close friend, you can ask him. He's like, what do you mean anniversary day? And he responds, well, isn't it your anniversary today, or that day that it was? And he's like, yeah, so he responds, what do you mean so? It's your anniversary day. And he responds like, yes, it's my anniversary day, but it's a big deal, but every day's my anniversary. It's like, every day's your anniversary? What is that supposed to mean? Welcome to my 15th podcast, Make Every Day Your Anniversary. And this doesn't only apply to anniversary, this applies to anything. Because there's this concept that I believe most of us are familiar. Those who are not, I'll say it anyways. There are two examples. One is the chassidis, and one is a story. So regarding the chassidis, ואתה, תצוה, meir. This idea is possibly true in general, but so much more in our generation because of what this meir says. The meir is ואתה, תצוה. ואתה, תצוה, to paraphrase, says the difference between the previous generations, at least the previous one, the Friedrich Rebbe's generation, and our generation. The Friedrich Rebbe's generation, they had mesiras nefesh kipshutai, which is amazing and really hard. Not to put it down at all, but it's a one-time thing. Then the Rebbe says, our generation has the mesiras nefesh every second, but not kipshutai. Mesiras haratzin, 24/7. I'll explain briefly that the difference between the two. Yes, they both technically come from the yechida, but when you have mesiras nefesh kipshutai, you are breaking your consciousness. It's not really you. And the proof is that, for example, those Jews that came from Russia did mesiras nefesh. When they came to America, they threw off. They said America is andrish. What happened to their mesiras nefesh? For them, what do you mean mesiras nefesh? It's just when you need it. Is mesiras nefesh every second, or mesiras haratzin every second? What is this concept? The Rebbe revolutionized that we can express our yechida not only in the life-threatening situations, but every second. We don't only die for God, we live for God. Yes, we live for Him 24/7. And that is harder. It says about one of the prime ministers of Israel said, I believe it was a Chabad Shliach or someone, doesn't matter, maybe it does, but I'm not familiar exactly. And I believe it was she said, when Israel was not doing well, so there were people coming in to help Israel. When Israel was doing better, it was more calm, they went back to Chutz La'aretz. She asked him, it was them and him, you're willing to die for Israel, why don't you live for Israel? Not sure if the chassidus subconsciously affected her, or she somehow learned. This was before Va'ata Tzav Meir. This was in the story of the 60s and 70s. She inherently knew the difference between dying and living. She didn't go into the details, but she brought out an amazing point. So, going back to the example of anniversaries, we could apply this idea, the difference between a one-time moment thing and a 24/7. The difference is not only in quantity, but also in quality. Again, as we said in the meir, that it comes from a deeper place. The mesiras nefesh of the yechida, I think we could appreciate it better if I explain in a more haskaladik way, so you can understand it better. Within its keser has two parts of it, the inner and the outer. The outer, ratzin, that breaks the consciousness. It breaks Seder Shtashlos. That, and in our world, that means that it breaks your nature. It's not really you. And that's why, when it comes to a situation where you're not life-threatening, you don't feel like you need to give up your ratzin for Hashem. Give up of yourself to Hashem. There's a deeper place. The pnimius hakesser. The yechida should be like the inner, the etzem of the yechida. That is not a contradiction to your pnimius, your inner, your consciousness. That is the source. That is the etzem of your consciousness. And when that is expressed, which our Rebbe tried doing more than anyone else, is to tap into that and to start living for Hashem 24/7. Now again, what I'm saying is, basic explanation to the meir, ואתה, תצוה. What I really want to do is show that this idea applies to everything, specifically with anniversaries. So again, with marriage, this idea that only one time a year you give it your all, and then the rest of the year is like whatever. Like, no, not to take away that one time of a year that's special, but that stop just, besides for it's easy to just one day to just be your best self, but also it's showing it's not real. Just like the comparison where it's not the deepest part of you. When you give up yourself in serious nefesh, you're breaking yourself. It's not really you. How do you know it's really you when you're able to do it the entire time? That's a deeper part of yourself. That's the pnimius, the etzem. We find this example with Yom Kippur. Is Yom Kippur one day a year? Or Yom Kippur is all day? It's actually two stories that bring this out. Specifically with marriage, I believe someone came into the rogechover and the rogechover told him, Mazel tov on your marriage. It's like, what? I got married a long time ago. Rogechover says, I hold that it's a pula nimshachas, which means you did a action that's constant. And it's like you're getting married every second. So what's this anniversary one time a year? So that's why specifically anniversary, shouldn't just be one time a year. It's all the time. Now we can't be crazy celebrating every second. My point is that we should be devoted as a Jew. Just like as a Jew, we are devoted 24/7. We should be devoted to our wife, to our family 24/7. This shouldn't just be a one-time thing. And that's it, and get it over with. And move on. It's all we are living for Hashem. This is part of our life. This is part of the marriage. Is not just a one-time, you remember it one time a year. It's all the time. And then this one day a year, you can go extra special. Another beautiful story is that one time, actually it could be a non-true story, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember the details of the story. The point is the point of the story. So, I believe it was misnagdim overheard, the chassidim were saying, on Yom Kippur, it was for kol nidre or ne'ilah, the misnagdim heard the chassidim say, let's go daven meir. And they weren't talking about the meir, okay, if it was kol nidre, then it makes sense, but let's just say it was kol nidre. So they said, meir? You're calling kol nidre a meir? This is what, like, the most special tefillah of the year. If it was kol nidre or ne'ilah, look, the point is, you're calling it a meir? How dare you? To make matters worse, when it came Pesach, they overheard them say, when it came Erev Pesach, they heard them say, oh, let's go eat dinner. Hello? Seder? Pesach? Dinner? Like, I'm not talking about the dinner in the Seder. I'm talking about they call the whole thing a dinner. Let's go eat dinner. What is going on here? So Chassidim explained. Without Chassidus, all these things are taken like just one time a year. That's it. Yetzer Zayin, like I said, Yetzer Zayin, the Kol Nidre, the Yom Kippur, and then comes Pesach, Hayad Leil Seder, and then the rest of the year, it's like whatever. For us, it's the opposite. Every Ma'ariv is a Kol Nidre. Every dinner is like a Seder. The spirit of it. So that's what I'm saying over here. Obviously, yes, the anniversary is more special. Like Yom Kippur is more special than the rest of the year, and Seder is special than the rest of the year. At the same time, it's not a contradiction. that the inner energy, the motive behind the entire year is with the spirit of the marriage. Like it is the same way Yom Kippur the whole year and Seder for the whole year. This concept could be applied to many things. If you're not married, well, hopefully one day you'll be married and you will get it. And even technically, this could apply to anything in your life. The one day a year, it's not just one day, it's all the time. The point is, Hashem is not just in that moment. Hashem is all the time, in all the places, every place. The difference is only begilui, you can see. Like it says, that the action is we can see. But the nistari starts for Hashem. What goes on in your heart for Hashem. So no one sees you doing Seder every night. No one sees that you're davening Kol Nidri every night. It's a spirit. You know inside, you feel that. Every meir, you feel that Kol Nidri. And every dinner, you feel that Leil Seder. And every day of your year is with that spirit of the anniversary, that spirit of the marriage. Under the chuppah, you take that with you the whole time. Let's not get carried away and focus. Also, people tend to focus so much on that one day and they lose the rest. It just can't be. Let's strengthen our relationship with our spouse, with our family, with Hashem. It's all one. Summary and takeaway. To bring Mashiach. Everything you do to bring Mashiach now.